Hey, it is what it is. And you're here with me. A lovely evening. Richie, are we lounging? I told you, the lounge is dead. We're never lounging again. It's just too stupid for me. I'm fresh. I had a great day. Thank you so much for asking. Nobody cares. So, what do we got today? Well, thank you, God. Thank you, God. What's that? Cherries and fresh strawberries. Ooh. Now we smell the fruit. But we're not going to eat the fruit until we start the cigar. So we see what we're dealing with. Now this is a cigar that I've had many times as far as Opus X. As far as the Destino, you have Opus, you have Destino, you have Angel Share. I could be totally wrong. I think Angel Share is either a slightly lighter version of the Opus, whether that means more age or whether that means a lower priming. I think it was lower priming, but whatever. From what I could find, and there wasn't much information about the difference of Opus X and Destino. Well, let's look at that first. Wow. From what I read, when Destino first came, this is the Siglo Shark, it's the Shark version. But from what I read, that when the original Destino came out, the difference was the wrapper used a Corojo seed. No, the wrapper used a Habano seed versus the original Opus X intent, which was Corojo. So it still should be all Dominican tobacco. That's the question. This cigar, it feels light for its size, but when I feel it, I'm not sure if it's the wrapper and binder. It has a real solid feel to it. And the box pressing is fantastic. The shape of these sharks, and each one might be a little different as far as the dimensions. Same concept, but you know what I mean. Look at the Anejo and then the Don Carlos sharks. They're slightly different. So I'm not sure where the stacks, I don't have side by side to compare. That band, it was like that when I got it. Every time I hold it, I'm afraid to knock off the band. Here you go, beautiful box press. We got some nice thick stems in here. So now Richie is kind of stupid. I don't know where my cutter is. I think I know where it is. I think it's in my smoking cigar chair in my trunk, but in the cup holder of that chair, and I folded it up. So anyways, we're gonna try to cut this torpedo, which is very difficult. But maybe I like the challenge, maybe I'm an idiot, or maybe I'm just not soft, okay? It is what it is. It is what it is. Are you soft? I decided my height. Once you decide your height on the cigar, make your line in the sand and gently. We're gonna take the band off while we're doing this. We'll put the band back on. That way we could not rip the glue off the band and lose the band for the rest of the cigar. When you cut a torpedo, you gotta decide how much you want. I know Fuentes have a good draw, so I'm not gonna try to take up too much. We're going right here. Other cigars might have to go further down because you're getting too tight of a draw. But Fuente's construction is second to none. I really want to go gentle as I'm just threading the line here in the beginning especially. Okay? Really want to perforate that wrapper binder. You don't want no damage there. The fillers, once we get to that, we can hacksaw that shit. It'll be fine. Here's what it is. Just taking my time. You could do it. It just takes time. You could do it. Put your back into it. No, don't put your back into it. Here's what it is. You know, it's a stupid place. This cigar was given to me by Dream Life. Huge shout out, Major Flex. Really appreciate it. The original MSRP on these was like $21.75. You're never gonna see that. You're never gonna see that. I saw one website $35.99, and it says back ordered, out of stock. And then I saw another place that had it in stock for $69. So that's what I think is happening. Anybody selling it for a decent price, people are just buying it to flip. And I get that, that's America. Well, is that really America though? Imagine if everyone went to the bread store or the ammo store and just bought the ammo, all of it. America, yeah, but one guy bought all of it. He's like, now I'm doubling the price. Yeah, it's capitalism, but I don't know. You're fucking over your fellow American. Anyways, is what it is. Am I preaching for ammo equality? Richie, what's going on? Take care of your comrades. I don't know. Make sure you got your Second Amendment, comrade. I don't know. We are almost there. Look at that beautiful cut. We just have that stem holding that on. Taking our time. Moving along. Gently. And just like David and Goliath, this guy is decapitated. Now look at that cut. I did that cut with a pocket knife. Look at that. Oh, it smells beautiful. Beautiful and actually more pungent than normal. Wow. That is a cure for a lot of diseases right there. I can't stress it enough. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. So now here we go. We're back on the block. Let's touch up our tongue here. Agua, filtered. Drink lots of water, guys. Put down the soda. Put down the Gatorade. Yes, there is an exercise. 3-4 times a week, push-ups, stretching, something. You know, I'm 40 years old. I'm 40 years old. You don't see Richie being a bitch. Richie, you're 40 years old. Richie, look at that. Richie, you're 40 years old. I'm 40 years old. I'm flexing on these hips. Where are you, Gio? You got nothing, Gio. Gio, you got nothing, Gio. You got nothing on Richie. Come on. You don't even got any forearms, Gio. You got nothing. You got nothing. So anyways. Stay strong, all right? Exercise, push-ups. Stay strong. You gotta keep your grip. Hit some bags. Keep your knuckles. You know, maybe learn how to hit something. I don't know. Here's what it is. Stay strong. Stay strong. You can't walk around like you want to be where you show up. You're not the toughest guy in the room. You don't want to be the weakest guy. You don't want to be the weakest guy. Richie, come on. You know. Don't be a bitch. Let someone else be the bitch. So, no cigar I had today. This is the first and only. My palate's clean. I'm ready. I'm ready for this allegedly Habano seed, Opus X. It's interesting how they changed the seed of the wrapper, and they still call it Opus X. But it still was a Dominican Pure, though, you know? So, let's see how it affects it. Now, I have had this before. I got a little confused. I thought I did. Then somebody else said, I'm not sure if you had this one or that one. And I was corrected by Jeremy, the Opus Whisper. He said, no, I sent you one. I've had, people send me all different kinds of Opus, and it can be a little overwhelming. I get confused. There's so many. So the angel share is easy to remember because angel sharing, they're a little weaker, but they're still beautiful. The difference of those is you can really hold this one. Wow, the aromatics, so sweet and pungent. But rather spicy on this one. And I'm getting a lot of wind right now, which I don't like. So I'm gonna have to block the match when I start this. Okay, here we go. I'm doing double math. There you go. Use my tremendous skull to block the wind. Wow, the wind is mad. I think we're good. Okay. First puff impression. First puff impression is sweet, smooth, mild spice, delicious, complex, a lot going on, very easy draw. I did, when I first got this, I let it out of my humidor, just let it open air, dry box in a sense, just Colorado's dry. Let it sit out for a day, then I put it back in the humidor, which you keep around 62. And then I took this out this morning, so no over moisturized cigar for me. No problem with the draw there. Now the burn, generally with the sharks, sometimes it's a little difficult to get the razor sharper in the beginning because as you're trying to spread the fire everywhere, such a large diameter that one part's going to get ahead of the other. But in this case, though, I give myself a little bit of buffer here as well because it's rather windy. That wind was blowing the match everywhere. The wrapper on this definitely feels a little thicker, a little darker, a little oilier than a regular Opus. Not that it's saying better or worse or indifferent. The Destino, I didn't realize, now I know, from what I've read, the original Destino was a Habano seed. Yeah. That's really nice, heavy medium plus right there. A millimeter in, long sticky finish. What a nice cigar. Oh, what a nice cigar. It is very sweet. Spices pick it up. Pungent fruit, but pungent raw sugar as well. It is delectable here. However, it's not like yesterday's cigar with tons of chocolate, zero chocolate. It's not that kind of cigar. So, off the bat, if you're looking for a cigar that's extremely dark, or extremely strong, or extremely chocolatey, no, the Destino Opus X, or none of the Opuses, are really going to be for you. It's not that kind of party. You have to know what you're going into. You have to stop looking for what's not there. It's trying to pick up the medium full. Savory, spicy going as well. Slightly earth picking up. The black pepper's picking up. Extremely sugary, raw sugar. Beautiful fermented fruits. I'm getting fig. Really nice. That's really nice. Darkness. 70%. I like to think about it between 65 and 70. It's a light 70%, but it's more than 65. So it might feel slightly darker than like regular Opus, but not massively darker. And I wonder if I should have left this outside the dry box even more. I wonder. I wonder. I wonder if that's my mistake. Maybe it's just me. I wonder if I could have even increased the smoke up. It's fine, but these are things you have to be aware of and remember in your mind when you're smoking cigars. You don't want to be stupidly content. I mean, you want to be content when it's the right time to be content. Like, yes, I did everything right, but if you did something you can improve on, why not? Nothing wrong being critical if it's for a good reason. There's a difference between being critical and bitching. I mean, people being critical is why we went from flintlock black powder muskets to have an M16, AR-15, AK-47. If we weren't critical, we'd be like, the musket is fine. Yeah, well, sure, it's fine. We'd be like, man, it's kind of slow, not that accurate, poor range, and it takes a day to reload. And it's really heavy, and it's really long. All right, why are you being so critical? Maybe we can make an improvement. So it's what it is. That's what man does. And in a way, I wish I didn't find out that this was a Havana wrapper, because it does not feel like a traditional, strong Habano wrapper. Like whether you get an Ecuadorian Habano, Nicaraguan Habano, a classic Cuban, old school. If this is all grown Dominican, I guess with the fermentation in the area, it does not feel like we had the other day with the Honduran. Was that Honduran? Why am I losing my mind? Oh, El Rico Habano. I thought that was Honduran. Very full flavor. Coating the mouth. I don't need to sell this cigar. I mean, people are taking a $22 cigar, last year's MSRP, and gouging it for $70, and people are buying it on back order. So, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, no, it's not worth $70, but it is what it is. People will pay for it because they want it. It is what it is. It's a great cigar. It's a delicious cigar, guys. It's an Opus X. Compared to regular Opus, maybe it's a little darker. Maybe it's a little stronger. There's other factors that might come into that. Like I don't know how long Dream Life had this. Oh, you can swallow the smoke on that. It's trying to be almost medium full right here. We're going to come back. But it's so smooth. It's so delicious. You can swallow the smoke on that. There's nothing bad to say about this cigar. Absolutely delicious. From the get-go, it's a 4.8. It's just the kind of flawless cigar where it's just like, just enjoy it. There's nothing to nitpick on this. This is, I don't care if it was Fuente or any other brand. When a brand puts this much effort, not just into the band, which the bands are as good as it gets, really, but the construction is as good as it gets, the unique design is as good as it gets, and the flavor, just the foot smell, nobody else has that Opus X foot smell. And then you smoke it. Once again, it's not a Padron. It's not going to be the last third the whole time. and medium to full strength, and 75 to 80% darkness, and tons of black pepper, tons of earth, and tons of chocolate. It's not that kind of Nicaraguan party, okay? And that's fine. Had a lot of Padron the past week, so it's like, and I think they all have their place, and they're all extremely enjoyable. And where the Padron is more bold, and it is, the Opus lines and the higher end Fuentes are more creative, imaginative, more open to interpretation. They're more magical. I told you, Padron was made for the physical world, and the high end Fuentes were made for the spirit. One for the body, one for the spirit. AJ was made. I don't know. AJ just was made. He was a product of necessity. He wasn't the AJ that we wanted, but he was the AJ that we deserve. Beautiful bright cedar note. I'm not getting that classic charred dark wood note, charred oak, or charred smoky barbecue. I'm not getting that, not now, but classic cedar as well. So as far as the profile, it's beautiful. It's definitely classic Opus, maybe a little tweaks here and there. Finish is long, buttery, oily, sweet, salty, slightly spicy. It's just, there's nothing more you can ask for. You just enjoy the cigar. You say, thank you, God, for getting to enjoy it. Thank you, Dream Life. And it is what it is. Now, here we are. The question is, it's there. Okay, good. Ash is flawless. Even though due to the lighting and the wind, it was a little off in the beginning because of the wind. It just caught up on itself. Zero touch-ups. It is what it is. I actually want, even though I know I can grow this ash, I know I can. Because I'm the ash whisperer and it's Fuente. But it's kind of windy out. But really, I just want to relax with it. Even though this is relaxing to me, I want to just let go. So let's let go. Say bygones be bygones. Let's check out the Fuente ash. Dude, you know the drill. I could smoke this thing upside down and it's not gonna fall. It's Fuente. So you've seen me 100 times smoke these cigars down to the nub with the ash. I'm not doing that tonight because I just want to relax. So yeah, let's put it down, pick it up. Drop test, 1 inch drop test, pass. 2 inch drop test, doesn't pass. All right, so I passed the 1 inch drop test and hanging upside down for about a minute. Impressive. Richie doing like weapons testing. Survived a 1 inch drop test, pass. However, Fuente is not 2 inch certified. And the thing is, when you drop a large ash like that, which I did, you might want to take one match though and get the edges because that some of the cherry gets pulled out. It does. Let's pretend for a second I know what I'm doing. Yeah, when you have a very large ash and you just knock it off through a drop test, you might want to worry about the edges. And that's that. So yeah, I've been eating my fruit. Almost done with that. Let's see. Cherry. Thank you, God. It's a little piece of, got some strawberry residue on it. That's fantastic. Okay, fantastic. Take out the stem here. My eyes, am I seeing something I'm not seeing? Anyway. There you go. Thank you, God. What can I say about the cigar? Marvelous, delicious, heavenly. It's exactly what you'd want. But here's the thing. It's not a $30 cigar. It's not even a $25 MSRP. They say on our release last year, sub $22. Because that's MSRP. It means you shouldn't be able to get it for $20, $21. So that means it's a $22 cigar. That's what it's worth, MSRP. Now we know with gouging, people will pay more, and a lot of people will pay more, and I get that. But don't think because you're paying $40 or $50 or $60, $70 for the cigar, it's a $70 cigar. It's not. What I'm trying to get people to realize is the truth. It's a marvelous, fantastic cigar. And I'm telling you, you get to that $20 price point. If the MSRP on this cigar is $22, maybe now 1 year later another dollar or two. If Fuente could give you all of this cigar, a shark shape, the extra, it's Opus X, and with the added even more, a little more rare Destino, they can give you all that for sub $22 MSRP. Around $20, pretty much anybody can give you anything you're looking for in a cigar. I tell you guys, that's that sweet spot of luxury. Anything more than that, you're just getting fucked, and stop lying to yourself. Because it's not like if you bought a box of these at MSRP for $22, comes in a beautiful box. So you're still getting a beautiful box, beautiful band, it's Opus X. So the real price for a box of 20, right, should be around, what, $4.50? Which is reasonable for a luxury cigar. So why are people spending $1,500? I saw someone selling a box of this today for $1,500. Is it a $1,500 box of cigars? No, it's not. And I'm going to tell you right now, nobody's a $1,500 cigar. Quit lying to yourself. The Opus X line in all their variants is better than like 99% of cigars out there. So if the MSRP is $22, that means that $20 mark, you should have the best cigars in the world. Anything more than that, even up to $25. Anything more than that, you're lying to yourself, and somebody's lying to you. Now you could buy it because of gouging or more taxes or rip-off. But I'm telling you, that $25 on the high side, after that, it's just sprinkles on the sundae. You're telling me another brand? Give me another brand. They're using better tobacco than like Opus X, and if the MSRP is $22, $23, you get what I'm saying though? I know what you're paying for it is different than the MSRP. That's because of greed and gouging. But you get what I'm saying? So people say, how much does a good cigar cost? Well, the best cigars in the world, at best, give or take, around that $20 mark. 17 to 25. Low on the high, plus or minus. That's why I say, you hit that $20 mark, you should be able to get anything. Anything more than that, you're getting screwed. And it's not like, not like when you paid $40 for this, it makes it better. It doesn't, you got ripped off. It doesn't mean it's not a great cigar, it's a great cigar. But somebody screwed you over. So I think because of gouging, people just assume this cigar costs more money, because that's more normal, or people think it's better than what it is. It's a marvelous cigar. But what I'm telling you, no cigar should be costing $40. You're getting lied to. How much more could a company do than like Fuente with the bands, the boxing, the construction, the shapes, and the meticulous aging, flawless construction, flawless foot smell, great cigar. It's pretty much top of the heap. Let's say around that $20, $25 mark. That's what it should be. So what is everyone else doing if it costs more? They're definitely lying to you. And then you're lying to yourself. Well, these cigars are worth $100, $150 a piece. Sure, you could buy that. God bless. Stimulate the economy. You get what I'm trying to say? You get what I'm trying to say? This was a great cigar. It's a 4.8. Absolutely delicious. That's a very high rating. It's obviously a box-worthy cigar. It's a lifetime-worthy cigar. If you could get it at $22, $23 a mark, you're not going to find it at that price, sadly, because of the world we live in. So, where would I stop? Maybe I would stop at 30. I'd go as high as 30 if I was at a lounge, which is probably not going to happen and find it that price. So it is what it is. But if you were somewhere, I wouldn't pay $45, $50 for any cigar. It's a lot. Unless it's something so rare you have to try it, like a Spectre, where it's even smaller batch. And unfortunately, you're paying for that beautiful box, that crazy box. But it is what it is. But even that, you understand that's part of that little journey there. You decided for that one moment. But just overall, on the regular, to be spending $30, $40, $50, don't lie to yourself thinking that that's what they're worth. They're not. Because let's look at Opus X as the gold standard of luxury cigars. It really is. How much more can you really do, right? Besides, before you start putting diamonds and gold on a cigar. Best of the best. Best construction, best quality control, phenomenal boxing, phenomenal, but just beautiful. And the MSRP is $22, $23. That goes to show you can get a lot for $23 a stick. Now, unfortunately, it's not what you're paying. It is what it is. So after we left off, the cigar picked up a little bit. It's a nice medium full, long, heavy finish, beautiful, sweet, salty, pungent. I didn't get that really dark charred wood I normally get out of Opus X. I got beautiful cedar. So a beautiful rock salt. Saltiness. Beautiful rock candy like sugar. Beautiful black pepper spice. Everything about it was just a delicious cigar. Not overbearing. It's not going to kick your ass. Just a little bit of earth, but everything about it. Ooh. Oh, that's delicious. And tons of vague little, happy little spices, unique spices, savory stuff that's going on. If you think about it. Let's hold the smoke. You can swallow the smoke on that. I swallowed a little bit of it. That's delicious. It's so beautiful. It's so smooth. What a great cigar. Nothing bad to say about it. The MSRP war and the original price. Yeah, I would love to see this at a store for $25. Are you going to find it there? It is what it is. So thank you, Dream Life, for this beautiful, magical cigar. It's unfortunate that most guys are going to be paying more, a lot more, because it is what it is. You're competing with every person with a computer or a cell phone. And it's slightly ramping up here. You know, it's Fuente, so the last inch and a half here, it's really going to pick up, have a little more fireworks. Expect that with Fuente. But we're done here. Love this cigar. I'm not going to go into if it's better than regular Opus or the Opus Shark. It's marvelous. It's just great stuff. A lot of similarities, just maybe slightly a little different, maybe it's a little darker than the regular Opus, but there's different nuances. I think you're going to love them both. I can't see why you would like one, not like the other. That's an MSRP of $23. So get in your mind that that's not a cheap cigar. $23 is a lot for a cigar. But because of secondary ingredient and gouging and high pricing, they got it in your mind that 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, why not? Just When does it stop? Whatever they say, it stops. So it is what it is. So keep that in your mind when you're buying a cigar for $15. If Opus X MSRP, Destino Sharks $23, $23 MSRP. You know, it's pretty much as good as it gets. What is everyone else doing?